Good morning, good morning, good morning, or afternoon. It's Ruth Marquise, your favorite realtor. Welcome to the Ruth and Relationship Show. I am your host, Ruth Marquise, aka your favorite realtor, aka your favorite credit specialist, aka your love negotiator. I help men and women get into quality relationships that lead to quality families, that lead to quality communities, that lead to quality legacies. Let's build. Today's topic is Tichina Arnold and the emasculation of men. My volume is up. Sound check. You said can't really hear you. Okay, my volume is up. Let me know if you guys can hear me. Okay. Hey, Margie, how are you? Hey, Jonas. All right. Premier listings. How y'all doing, Facebook? If you're on here, say hi. If you're watching this on the replay, hashtag replay gang. So today I want to talk about the emasculation of men, right? And how, well, if you say anything to, nowadays, if you say anything about men to defend men or to understand what's going on, people just kind of like, you said a lot of background noise? Okay. It's close to the laptop. Is that better? Oh, maybe if it leans right here, I'll be set. I'll be set if you lean right here. Come on, help me out. All right, is this better? It's the sound of my laptop. I gotta get him. Probably gotta get a stand for this phone. She said, "There you go." Yeah, thank you, love. I appreciate it. She said, 100%. Okay, now I'm like this, but okay, good. Hopefully, it doesn't fall. Thank you. All right, so nowadays, you gotta be like Team Woman. No bad thing about man, right? I mean, let's just say bad things about men. It's okay. It's all right. So they can handle it. They can take. Listen, I was one of those women that men don't have feelings. Like you can hit them and they wouldn't move. Like, why would you be mad if I hit you in the stomach? Like, I never did that, but in my mind, right? I didn't think they had emotions or feelings. That's the way they portray it. So how they are portrayed and how was in real life, it really does matter. So Tichina got in some trouble. Ooh, you remember Martin? Martin, I'm the man. Oh yeah. All right. So Martin used to argue with Pam. That's Tichina Arnold, if you don't know. And she said, let me bring it up for you. We're gonna go right into it. Right into it today. So it says her tweets reads, and she has to like all this backlash from it. Let me see. Read full article. All right. What's the original one? I thought I put that up. Okay, he said, here it goes. Um, she says, honest question. What can we as Black women in America do to stop aiding in the emasculation of Black men in America? Okay. So I really don't, when I started reading it, like everybody got mad. Let me say, they says, Black women don't have to be the ones to save Black men for their personal mistakes. Hey, how are you? He says, we as Black women are not responsible for the image that Black men have created for themselves. First of all, let me stop you right there. How do Black men, because she's talking about the much media and how they're being portrayed, right? Um, she's in Hollywood, so she's talking about how they're being portrayed and all of that. How can they control how they're being portrayed when they're not the ones making the films or the TV shows? It can go way political. It can go way giving me racism, giving me a whole lot of stuff. But today I want to pick a certain lane. Oh yeah, she's right. The noise again. I got comfortable. Sorry, love. Got it. Got it. All right, it's better now, right? So, but what I do want to talk about is women in general. Nowadays, we emasculate men. Do you notice how when I talk about women, I put myself into it? I don't remove myself, y'all women over there and me over here. I'm not doing it because that's not leadership, right? We together, good or bad, got to change our behavior. So, with that being said, I hope you can accept where I am coming from. Tichina was trying to say something, speak up, right? She was trying to make it more positive, and everybody took it the wrong way. The problem that we have is anytime you say anything about a man, especially a black man, then you have to all the people that are attacking that got something so quick to say negative about men, they start attacking you as the woman. I don't give a rat's foot. Like I don't care. Like, but she was getting a lot of heat. So her thing was, let me give her response real quick, because then we're gonna move on. She's like, oh, what about us black women? Where's the protection and the respect for us? It's like, um, anytime you say something to a woman about her behavior, she goes and say, but what did they do to me? Like they did something to me. So he says, facts. Pain Junkie, what's your first name? Right? So that's literally what we do. It's like, I was just having this conversation, but what about, I said, well, you need to consider his feelings. But what about me? He doesn't consider my feelings. Like, so like, we're not talking about him. You do everything right. The concept is this. You do what you're supposed to do. If that person as an adult does not see your effort, you just move on. It's that simple. But if you do everything right, that's my philosophy. People like to give like, oh, I'm going to give you what you gave me. But if you do everything right that you're supposed to do, remember when you're dating, remember when you're in relationships, you're just practicing for the right one. If that person's not the right one, but at least you're getting your act together. It's not just about letting the other person, Bruce, hey Bruce, if it's not about letting the other person, it's not about letting the other person like I'm trying to check him, I'm trying to change him, I'm trying to win all the time. Like it's not about winning, it's about your personal growth. All right. So I thought that because of how we had the episode of how feminism has affected your femininity, I was like trying to show you real that check that episode out. I don't have the number in front of me, but it's like between 110 and 120, you know. We did it last week or this week. Was it this week? Okay, yeah. Anyway, I do this a lot, so the numbers run together. I tell people when I'm showing them a house, I'm like, you have to give me like, what was it? Was it the house with the antique furniture, the green carpet? Like you got to give me something that was ugly in the house or something memorable, so I could be, oh yeah, that house, because they start running together at the same time. He says, how about if that person is the right one? So okay, so ask the full question. If the person's the right one, and I just told you I forget stuff. If the person's the right one, okay, yeah. So you're practicing for the next level, right? So let's say, I need to work on something about myself, right? And the person is the right one, but at this phase, I need to be better for the next version of myself because I'm always evolving. So therefore, I'm going to work on myself, and I'm going to take accountability so that way I can be a better version of myself. And if that person is the right one, then they'll adjust and we'll work together. If they don't work together, that can't be the right one. That's crazy. Right? Because you don't want to be in a one-sided relationship. That's crazy. After a while, it's cute, but after a while, it gets old. So a lot of time, like I was saying, with the feminism part, was like we have learned to emasculate men a lot. Now, let me give you an example. Let's say, okay, you're when you're, let's say you're a single mother, you are a boss and you are a woman. If you're on a date, you're a woman. If you're at home, you're the boss. You got to make sure your kids are in line. Let's say I'm going to church. Every week I had to train myself. Every week, if I just run in front of the kid, well, if I go in front of the kids, first of all, I'm not letting them go first because they have no clue where we're gonna sit because mommy chooses, right? But they have an idea of where we usually sit. We go to church, I escort them, and I try not to be late so this won't be it don't work. It'll work. But I try not to be late. So now everybody is like looking at us. And now I'm going to the row. I have to wait for everybody to catch up with me and go into the row that I have selected. And then we all sit down. I have to stand and wait. I would love to just jump in the seat and not be embarrassed, but I can't do that because I'm the leader. Now, if I'm on a date, if I'm going to the table, now, first of all, if he's walking in front of me, well, he's letting me go first to walk in front, right? So he's being a gentleman. I walk to the table. Now he can decide to pull the chair out or not pull the chair out. I'm going to, now, as the woman, you there first. So you get to choose wherever you sit in. But if he wants to face the door, you have to give him the option to sit at the door. If you take that seat at the door, like, are you going to be protected if something goes down? So you have to be mindful of that. Let him decide what do you want to sit at the door or not, or you just automatically take the other seat and you're good to go. So right then and there, that person in their mind is like, oh, she know what she's doing. Like, you know what I mean? So as a woman, you will emasculate him if you're like, I'm sitting here because I like to look at the door. Like, what? Like, dude, he said that Bruce says, okay, got you on that. He says just said that a one-sided relation wait, a one-sided relationship is bad. Yep. Yep, one-sided relationship is not a relationship is one in like two people together. So if one person's doing all the work, then it's not a relationship. It's just somebody is here sucking another person dry or ignoring the other person, one or the other, right? So it's not fun for that person that's trying. But if you're not trying, you're like, we're trained as women to like let the man work hard, let the man do all the work in the relationship. Okay, I'm wrong. What about Valentine's Day? I can be guilty of this in the past. But what about Valentine's Day? Valentine's Day, are women going and saying, I'm doing this for Valentine's Day for him? Or is it always the man is supposed to do for the woman? Well, let me tell you something about these black men today, 2022. Mine's, and check out the video that I did with Will and Jada. I said Jada wouldn't have made it with the 2022 guy if Jill if Will was the 2022 guy. Talking about, hey Jada, what do you bring to the table? Oh, you got to check it out. It's a good. All right, so yeah. What was I saying? I forgot. Let me see. Absolutely. So we have to be careful that we are not emasculating a man. And let me look that up real quick. I remember doing this earlier, and I know that it's like I think that we think we're being polite, but there I'm going to show you that there's an article that says 9 ways you emasculate your man without even realizing it, and I want to go through that today. Emasculate definition, right? It's so simple, it's so subtle, and if you know how to navigate through it, then you will truly be making that man feel special. Like I always say, I discovered that if you say yes, sir, they go crazy, right? So I will always say yes, yes, sir. Put a little sir in the sir, right? And they automatically smile, right? You're the person that you're with will automatically smile, and there's nothing wrong with doing that. Men call you beautiful all the time, so they're boosting your ego. You can't do anything to boost his ego. I need one side. This is the problem: is one-sided relationships, okay? And I'm not saying men are doing all the work all the time. If you have I want y'all to separate the men that are actually not doing their job and actually good men that do their job. That guy does not receive the same treatment as the other guys that's doing you wrong. He's actually a good person. He's actually somebody you respect and somebody you love. So therefore you should be able to say, you know what, because I love you or because I respect you, then I'm able to treat you in a way that other men are not treated. Let's talk about this for a minute. I'm feeling it right now. You are not you should treat all men with a certain level of respect. That's one. Then your man should get the ultimate respect. That's two. Some of y'all be giving the pastors more respect than your man. And then the man gets mad, like, wait, you gonna listen to him? Wait, you gonna do this? No. Good pastors be like, no, refer to your husband, right? But that's the level that you would give your pastor for those who do go to church, the level you would give the CEO of your company. If you gave your man even half of that kind of respect, you will see his behavior start to uh, be so favorable towards you. That's the power that a woman has. But we are using our tongue and our power to sabotage ourselves. What the verse I always quote is, "But a woman builds her house with her hands, and she destroys it with her mouth." Okay. So he says, should a female give a gift to her man for Valentine's Day? I'm not a good I'm not a good gift giver. Like I don't give good gifts, but I give good experiences. So I would say whatever his love language is, make it a big deal too. Whatever if it's words of affirmation, if it's something like, yes, you can give him a gift if gifts are love language, or you can do something great for him. You can give him an experience. You see what I'm saying? So gifts or experience, I would say is the top two for me. So I can give experience like birthday. The kids know mommy is not buying me nothing for my birthday. She might buy me an outfit. But we are going to all the best places that we can go to. We're gonna have a good time all day. She's going to make it experience. So yes, this one is a little gift, and that one is a little gift. You get a cake, you get this, you get that. This is a whole experience that they have when it's their birthday. They know it, and I'm so glad. Wait, no, birthday season started. I call it birthday season. Oh Lord. Okay. Which none of this I get on my birthday, by the way. So by August, I'm burnt out. Like, listen, who's next? Forget it. It's my birthday. All right. So emasculate is deprive. Did I answer your question, Bruce? Deprive. Emasculate means to deprive a man or of his male role or identity. Or the other definition is to make someone or something weaker or less effective. Weaker or less effective. Okay. Let's see what else we got here. Deprive of strength. So when you're doing things, to deprive him of his identity of strong, then that is it. Okay, like for example, when a woman makes fun of her boyfriend for being a wimp and not doing the things that a man should be able to do, then she emasculates him. So that's what we want to talk about today is emasculating a man and how we do it in very subtle ways. I learned a couple things, and so I wanted to share that with you today. All right, so the first thing is no. Oh, okay. So wait, today I want to do my man affirmation. We're gonna brainwash. We're gonna unbrainwash. Is there an unbrainwash? Is that a word? All right. So society wants us to think that men are wrong. Okay. Before we start, society wants us to think that men are wrong, and I want you to tell yourself, sis. Come on in, bring it in, bring it in, bring it in. Men can be right. Ooh, men can be right. Oh, you think I'm making it up, Ruth? I don't know what you talking about. We don't do nothing. We are angels. Men can be right. I put that on my dating profile, and I was like, men are right more times than we give them credit for, something like that. And all the men was like, "Ooh, child, I like you. You smart." They just want to feel appreciated. They want to be heard. They want to be respected. That's like I'm now starting to really think this little boy thing in them. This little guy in them, right? I don't want to say little boy. I think that's emasculating in itself, right? But there's a child in all of us, right? I have a little girl, they have a little boy. Like that, we want to be seen, we want to be heard. I'm gonna give you a very good example. I want you to watch. I want you to see. Okay, I want you to see this interaction. Like I said, men have said that they want a certain level of respect just because they're a man, and they know, oh, if you want to get respect, you got to give respect. All that they said, all that out the window, just off the rip. Hey, Keisha, she said, hey now, good afternoon. Men off the rip want to be respected. Why? Because when something's going down, somebody go busting in your car. Hold up. How many times? I just got a flat tire the other day. How many times has it been a man on the street? Somebody. Ooh, Lord. I need a tambourine. Cause she preaching today. How many times uh 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 my tire was flat and there was a man who told me, not even like, oh yeah, my tire wasn't even flat. Like, oh, your tire needs some air. How many times did somebody stop back in the day when my car used to break down on the side of the road and it was a man who stopped to help me? How many times, like one time I locked my keys in my car and I was like trying to, these guys, I had to pray so hard too. These guys, these immigrant guys, and that's why I was like, y'all keep passing by. Why y'all keep passing by? Don't you hate when it happens? I remember. Wait, wait. Y'all be taking me down memory lane too much. Enough, okay? So let me tell you the bad story and the good story. I remember the first time when I just first stopped, not had no man for the first time. I was like, hold up. So I have a boyfriend, I have a husband, I had nobody. My dad was busy, my brothers was doing something else. I was like, hold up. I had to dig myself. It was a snowstorm. And then, I'm a woman. So I'm like, I'll do it tomorrow. Eh, wrong. You should dig yourself out the first day. So I dig myself out. I ain't never had to dig myself out no more. Like I had somebody do it for me. So the next day, my car was on ice. I was entirely mad, right? So my car was like, I'm digging and I'm picking and I'm like, there's a commission check waiting for me in the office. I'm trapped. I need money. Mayday, mayday. All the guys was walking by. Man, it was that type of neighborhood. Like, we ain't help you, sis. That's all you. Who told you? I'm looking at all the cars. I didn't know. They all shoveled out. Like, wait, why y'all didn't call me yesterday? So I'm telling you, I was so tired. I was like, I wake up in the morning and I start 6 a.m. in the morning. I'm done. I was like, I'm getting myself out. I felt stuck. So, so I think I called somebody like, you better get yourself out. I ain't help you. I was mad. I was mad at every guy that walked by that would help me. So fast forward to I finally got myself out. I got my money. I was good. Fast forward to my car, my keys get stuck in my car, and I'm like, oh, it's gonna be another one of these. I'm gonna be stuck here. So I'm over here digging, trying to get my thing in there. I go over there. First you gotta start by helping yourself. So I went to the dry cleaners, which down the block, and I got a wire hanger because we don't use wire hangers no more. So I went and got the one wire hanger, and I started working to work, and it wasn't happening. I had to go get the kids soon. It was always something, right? These two guys, they were Mexican or something like that. And they stopped. No, they could have been Ukrainian. They could have been whatever. They weren't Mexican though. But they either Russian or Ukrainian, something like that. And they helped me for a good 30, 40 minutes to get me. And they had the exact car. They had the exact car. He just locked himself out and his kids were stuck in the car. So he just felt it. Ain't that like God, right? He felt my pain, stopped the car, pulled up. Mind you, I'm in a private driveway. So they really shouldn't have been like paying attention, but they're like, oh, let me help you. Um got me in the car. And that was that. So for me to say I owe no man respect, I don't owe a stranger any kind of respect. Respect gotta be earned for it to be given. That's silly. That's silly because protection is expected, so respect has to be uh expected as well. Because if I was getting mugged, the same thing. I would hope that a guy that is around is going to stick up for me. Now, sometimes they don't want to get into it. They don't want to get involved. If they're like, I look at him, I look at me, I look at him, I look at me. I can't do it, sis. But if they can do something, they will. So I ain't mad at them when they don't. I'm not mad at them when they do. But I definitely understand when they say that every man deserves a certain level of respect. So your man gets way more respect than the stranger. So now I prefaced all of that and I want to show you something real quick. I want to show it to you, but I need you to give me a quick minute and tell me how y'all doing. How y'all feeling today? Everything good? Everything good? I want to get the right clip for you. So this girl, so last time we had a show, right? This guy was coming in hot. Coming in hot. Carlton Banks. Remember that one? He was saying all types of women's hands are fit for a mop. He was saying crazy stuff, right? So he is coming in here all crazy and they're mad. They hot. Like soon as the girl see him, she's like, oh shoot, it's gonna be a long show. I thought we was gonna get out early. And you know, let me see if I can find this. Give me 1 second. She said, let me see. As soon as she saw him, she's like, oh shoot, this round 2. He came back. I mean, that show was crazy. I did a whole show on that. What was it called? I don't know. All right, let's see. My history. It was the long one. It's not just black women like this. Okay, friend. Hold up. It's the long one. I do a lot of research before I get up here, honey. It's a lot. Okay, let me do this. I'm gonna go to this one and then go to the full, and then I should be right there.
On this episode of Lapeef, Let's Talk. And what I was waiting on was for the ladies to respond.
All right, so they about to hop on and they about to introduce this guy. And the title of it is the pick me losing by making a man's life easier? It's something that the pick me term is something that I'm starting to like, okay, well then pick me then. Damn it. I don't care. Y'all can say whatever y'all want to say because y'all not win. Y'all don't know what winning looks like. You can say whatever you want. Like when back in that day when I had that job and I had the job and they were like, "Oh, you money hungry because you trying to work." I was like, "What? Y'all always trying to make up something that don't have nothing to do with nothing and make somebody the bad guy if they're doing the right thing." This is how like you undermine people around you. You control them by coming up with little terms to make them feel insignificant or like they're doing something wrong when they're actually right. So if y'all watch that Crabs in the Barrel mentality, okay, please do. Thank you. All right, here's my screen. Check this out. Check it out. Watch her. Watch everything she say. Watch how she responds to the guys. Watch. This is Lady Mogulette, the one at the bottom.
Wait, is that tea? Thanks for having me. Oh, I didn't even notice a little bit. You didn't have it back. Oh, yeah.
They're just getting started.
I washed my hair today, so you know it's air drying and stuff. What?
Hey, baby, use this right here for your camera lens.
Yeah, it looks like you got an Android.
He's trying to help her.
I do, right?
Hold on. Give me a second. Now, when we first started the stream, if you were on Instagram, they told me that, oh, we hear a lot of background noise. It's really the laptop because I put the phone against the laptop. And I understood it. I was like, oh, yeah. If they can notice it, let me change that. You have to be flexible as a woman because people are going to tell you stuff that you're going to have to change. And you can't be like, you can't tell me what to do. Well, I don't know what to tell you. So that's a little sign. Like if you say you feminine, you should not be mad when somebody's trying to help you out. Like somebody trying to help you out. They're not trying to take over. They're not trying to tell you what to do. They're trying to help you out. And that's probably what men are doing a lot. So this guy is doing the same thing. I used to feel it like every time they challenge you that they are trying to try to like diminish you, but nah, they really trying to help you out. So he's using the tissue to say, baby girl, let me help you out. Now watch. Here we go.
Yeah. No, don't wipe it with your finger.
No, your finger's dirty. Use your shirt. No, I just washed my hands.
All right. So the girl comes in. Q. I love Island Gal Q. She's my favorite on here. Because she stayed in her feminine the whole entire time, no matter what's going on. Even though she complains about the show being late all the time, but that's fine. But she says your fingers are dirty, trying to give her justification on like this is why you don't use it with your fingers, you know. And because the Anton is like, oh, you don't use your fingers. And then she's like, no, my fingers are clean. I just washed them. Like, oh no, I can't have people thinking my fingers are dirty. But she's still doing it.
Wash your hands.
And here go JR. Just because you wash your hands don't mean that it's going to do the job, sis. 3 people are in here telling her and convincing her that this is what you need to do, sis. And she's like, oh no, like so your screen is dirty. It's something so small and so simple. But watch.
Just spit on it. Yeah, just like take one of them.
That's what she said. Hold on, let me see.
Watch this.
We can see
That's a
lot better.
Okay.
Way better.
She just cleaned her screen off. Wait. She says thank you. Wait, I don't know. You're gonna think I'm overthinking, but no. She says thank you, right? Because people are like, oh my gosh, your screen is so beautiful. She's so shocked that a man was right. It's not even funny. She's so shocked that a man was right. It's not even funny. What I say? Men can be right. That's the thought of the day, ladies. Men can be. I didn't say for certain all the time. Men can be right because y'all been brainwashed to say men are always wrong. Right? Check this out. She's so surprised. Oh my gosh, he said something. I did it. And look now. Watch.
Okay. I'm glad you.
No, go back. She might have been saying things.
What's the difference? Oh my goodness. Right, that's crazy. A big difference. A huge difference.
I'm the one that said something to.
See? Now, you think I'm making it up. Men want to be acknowledged. They want to be respected. If they help you out, they want to thank you. Right? What y'all saying over here, Facebook? All right. He gets mad.
Go. Thank you, Todd.
Well, thank you, Logic, for telling her. Thank you.
So Island Q, because now his penny's in the bunch. He said, you ain't say thank you to me, you gonna say thank you to Anton.
Thank you.
Shit.
He mad now. This is what happened when you don't acknowledge them after they looked out for you. Ain't nobody was gonna say nothing to you. Anton just is like, your screen was looking so dusty. He just criticizing. This one's actually helping, right?
Did you eat today?
He got so mad.
Order my food. Don't worry.
So here she goes. She's trying to say, did you eat? Right? He's mad because he's not getting credit or appreciation. So Island Girl Q is trying to diffuse the situation. Talking about, did you eat? Being smart.
That's sandwich.
Get that sandwich. That's the feminine way of saying, like,
You better bring my man back.
you getting real grouchy over here.
Oh,
Look. She said, oh Lord.
You already started.
See? Now, okay. If I'm making it up, why did he say you already started? When she said, oh Lord. If I'm making it up, we say little things as digs, and they hurt. Their feelings get hurt, and we just like whatever. It's cool.
I thought we gonna end early today.
They are. Gorilla, Anton, salute.
Hi, Chaotic.
He said hi to all of them.
Hey, Courtney, Lady Mogul, and Kayla.
Mind you, he says her name wrong.
Salute to the whole channel, salute to the chat, and positivity is coming your way. Is that a prayer? Or is that
He always starts up.
Affirmation, even when I do my own shows. The first 15 minutes is nothing but positive affirmation.
And then after that is hell. So Rilla goes in and says later on, because they had such a bad show last time. I mean, he literally was like attacked. Oh gosh, I can't do this. All right, I'm starting to train my mind not to do that way. So there's another thing that she does. Hold on 1 second. Let's see if I can get this.
Just being sent out. A lot of is it called hemming? Hemming?
You know, I think of prayer and, you know, the whole.
They warming up. Let me skip through.
And then after college, I slept around with a copious amount of women, like most men do. And there were women who, and I was just introspecting on my life and my relationship in the morning, and I wake up at 4:30 a.m.
I can't find it. But what happened was the same girl that was saying, now, mind you, she's very mild, like she'll say her little digs or whatever.
Honestly, that's what people say. That's what people say when they can't explain it. See, they can explain everything else. They can explain everything else,
But then when you ask a direct question, okay, well then, why does this not make sense, or so on and so forth? I see people tend to lean back on, well, we don't know what God want, or
we're talking about Kim Prayer
on his name yet.
being made. Okay, dang, I ain't gonna find it. Sorry, my bad. But we're talking about men. Hold on, there you go. The emasculation of men, right? And I was just giving you an example quickly of how you can emasculate a man and not even know it, right? So what she did was that was fine. Like he was like, I was just showing you that he was correcting her, like, hey baby girl, let me help you out. Took a tissue and whoa, I missed that. He took the tissue, was like, swipe your lens with this. He's like, maybe if you just that kind of thing. And she used her finger. I missed that one. She used her finger, and they're like, ew, no, don't use your finger. And another girl's like, your finger dirty, all that. No, my fingers are clean. It's like, these are the little things that annoy the hell out of men, because it's like, you will argue it to death. Just quietly grab your tissue. This man has an idea. Grab the tissue, wipe it off, see if it works. That's it. But no, it's my hands are clean, and let me try it my own way, and let me try to save face. Sometimes you don't need to have to save face. Then it was no thank you, Logic. So Logic gets mad. He's like getting mad. Like, why are you going to give that guy the credit? And I'm the one that sit there and told you that this is what you have to do. Then she was surprised that her screen came out looking better. I'm just giving you a tiny, minuscule little interaction of how we get it wrong sometimes. We don't even know we are our worst enemy. We sabotage ourselves. So it's a lot of different little things, like, go get that, go do this, go do that. Talking to people a certain kind of way. That's how you're not understanding that you are stopping your blessings from coming. You are being a hindrance in your own life because you don't treat people better than you should. Like, you should treat them better. The way you think you treat people, you probably should treat them better. All right. So let's talk about the emasculation of men. All right, here we go. Where we at? So there is an article that I want to pull up about it. 9 ways that you emasculate your man without even knowing it. Okay. So this was not for Black women. Everybody got this problem. All the women have this problem of emasculating their man. I gave you the example of giving your date the seat at the door, like so he could face the door, as an example of, if you took that role. Oh, now I find it. If you took that role, now what does it say? Emasculate means makes him look weaker. Don't do things to make him look weaker. He's not gonna like break up with you over it, but he's just like gonna feel a certain type of way quietly, just like Logic felt when he didn't get a thank you for helping her. Like, y'all men, is this how y'all feel? Is this something that you go through? Like, you're the person that you dated or you're with, or in the past, women have made you feel emasculated, where it's like, don't do that. Like, sometimes so it's weird because sometimes guys be want, like, why didn't you pull out your wallet to try to pay? And then with other guys, it's like, if you try to pay, they feel emasculated. Like, how dare you? I can pay for you. What are you talking about? So, all right. So number 1 is you don't let them have female acquaintances. But let me back up a little bit. It says this list isn't about how to blow smoke up a man's behind to get what you want. Because we tend to behave in order to get what we want. That's not cool. That's manipulation. It's about really understanding how we may be making it hard for a good man to shine in our presence. A lot of times you'll have a good man, but I think I might leave it here. A lot of times you'll have a good man, but he can't show himself to be that man because you're taking away little moments that he can show how much he appreciates you, or you're taking away things because you don't know how to receive, because we're so much in our masculine energy, like, I can do this for myself and I can do that for myself. We're not getting it. Men are not saying go back to the caveman days, but they're saying, hey, I know you should be taking care of yourself. You're an adult, but there are some things I want to do for you. Like I tell you the tire story. I quickly, because I was really like, in my mind, subconsciously, like, you're younger than me, so you ain't gonna know how to handle the situation. You don't even have a car. So I was like, look, I'm gonna go ahead and grab my Uber go to the place, get whatever I needed, and come back. So I went to the tire place, I guess myself or whatever, and I felt I totally emasculated him. He's like, "Why would you leave without telling me? Why would you?" Because I was handling it. I know how to handle it. Like, I don't want to call you like unnecessarily, but when you're in his presence, you kind of had to learn the art of falling back. I'm gonna say it again. When you're in a good man's presence, you have to learn the art of falling back. There are some things that he gonna want you to do, and there are some things that he wants to do. Well, when we say let him lead, that means you have the power to do it. You have the power and the ability, the capability to lead. However, you are letting him, you are relinquishing that act, that right, that power. You have the power, you're giving it to someone else. You have your life, right? You go to a job, you are giving up your life. You are giving up your time to clock in those people clock, okay? And you are relinquishing your power to be a free, creative, broke human being in order to go to work and get some money, right or wrong. So why is it that we have a problem relinquishing our power when we don't want to really be in charge all the time to our man? So what I'm saying is, I'm not saying, hey, let him walk all over you, but I am saying, hey, see what he can do. See if he's even capable. You can't even judge somebody if you always doing it for them. Have you ever had somebody who was always doing their homework for them? Like the kid, you trying to help your kid do the homework, and then somebody come by, what is this color? And then another kid come by or another parent come by, red, and give them the answer. Why am I giving them the answer when they have to learn for themselves how to act? Why am I training him to know that I'll do this for myself if you don't want to do it? Why am I doing that when I never gave him a chance to show, do you even want to do this for me? If I'm talking nice, hit the like button. Give me a 1 in the chat. If I'm making sense, talk to me. Have you ever been in a position where this woman is not letting you do for her? I told y'all about the story in LA where the guy was more than happy to get my bags. He's like, let me do something for you. You're a stranger. I don't want your number. He did ask me for my number at the end. He did. But he was so happy that he could do something for a woman. And that was it. And I was working on receiving, right? Because I was so I'm with the kids. I'm doing. I had to learn how to fall back and receive. Ladies, we have to learn how to receive. We have to be okay with receiving. All right, so number 1, you don't let them have female acquaintances. This can be emasculating to a man. J Man says, hello, beautiful queen, Rose, angel, prayer hands and claps. Thank you. I love when people are saying the person's comment, but they left out the emojis. I'm like, wait, the emojis matter too. Appreciate it. All right. Wait, I didn't put my cash up on here. Hold on, y'all. If you like the stream, if you like the show, please support the show. Ruth the Realtor, $ Ruth the Realtor, to support the show so we can get the equipment that we want. We can get the editing that we want. I put the cash app in the chat. Thank you so much. Shout out to Reynold for sending us our first cash app. Yay! So I had to get a new soundboard because the one I have, I don't like it. It didn't work too good. So I want to get a better soundboard. So these are things that the support is going to. All right, don't let him have you don't let him have female acquaintances. All right. One of your rules are that you can't hang with other women. Well, I feel 2 ways about this, okay? So my first way is I don't like when guys have 1,000 female friends. Like, that's, first of all, nowadays, 2022, sorry to date the video, but 2022, every friend is, you probably having sex with them. Friends is friends at this point. Nobody's friends. Everybody's effing and nobody's friends. So I don't believe in a bunch of female friends. I have been in situations where the best friend is this They fall in love with each other, all that nonsense, whatever. That's cool. But I'm not going to be like, oh, your baby mom, you can't be around your baby mom. Or you're going to, like, you have to face these people all the time. Like, we are grown-ups. If you decide that you want her back after you left her, if you decided after you had a baby with her, you still want your leftovers. You still want somebody from the past. I am not. When I'm around, I don't make you feel like, oh, wow, she is the better choice. Then that's on me. That's on you. That's on everybody involved. I'm not worried. So that's the other way I feel about it. It's like, I'm not worried. I'm not. I should give you a positive experience. So that way, when she start acting up, you be like, oh, that's why I'm not with you. Let me go back to my girl. Right? So it's trust. You got to have that trust. Okay. So they're saying, be careful. First of all, it's not a good thing to be like, you can't have female friends. Now, it's not my favorite thing, but I'm not going to tell you can't if you already had them. You know what I mean? Because I had conversations with men all the time. They're my clients. They're my either credit clients. They're something. And then when they cross that line, you shut them down. It's that simple. It's not hard. But you can learn a lot. I went to a training last night. It was all men in the room except for 2 women. That's it. I was the 3rd woman in the room. And judging by everybody, I was the only one that was doing much like in the game. So it's like, if I don't learn from my peers and they're males, who am I gonna learn from? The women not showing up. The women are not leading the leaderboard. Sometimes they do, right? They're not there contributing if they are. So yeah, you're gonna need to be able to you need to be comfortable with your person being with the opposite sex. It's okay. You don't click with him like I click with him. You don't catch his eye like I catch his eye. I am not worried. If that's what you want, go there. But you'll be back, but I'll be over there by the time you be back. Just telling you. All right, number 2. Oh, the other reason why with the it's not a good reason is because you have to feel a fence. You have to keep a fence around your man in order to feel secure. You're both doing something terribly wrong. If he can't be trusted, then you need to leave him alone. She said, lay off the lady friends rules. It's not your business. Yeah, let him do his thing. And whatever's in the dark is going to come to the light. So you let him do his thing. You give him that, where's the rope I said? Give him that rope. Oh, yeah, you got a friend? Oh, wow. How's she doing? How her kids? How's everything going? Okay, great. Oh, yeah, I found out y'all was hanging and y'all was doing some what? Oh, okay. This is the rope that you gave him and you let him hang himself. I'm just saying. That's on facts. Let him hang himself. Don't be searching through his phone. You're going to find out anyway. You're going to learn. You can't control that. You're not there with him 24 hours. And do you want to be there to stop him? I feel like if I complain enough, I'm going to stop your ding-a-ling from going in some other one. No, you're going to force it in there yourself. Okay, I got to keep it clean. The kids watching. All right. So, yeah, it's not your business. Don't worry about it. Especially y'all dating. Y'all not, no titles, nothing. Come on, stop it. Right? Hey, Lalu. Number 2, you criticize his hobbies, right? Now, it doesn't make sense for you to criticize him. Even if he like video games, you don't like video games, I get it. What you don't understand is psychologically what the video game may be doing for him. Maybe he has to escape his world. This is his me time. Let him have his me time. Just like he wouldn't understand why going to the nail salon is your me time. You may not understand why video games is his me time. Whatever his hobby is, taking interest versus criticizing. Who want to be with somebody that criticizes them all the time? You got to look yourself in the mirror and be like, am I really a good person to be around? Versus like what I say. I used to have like conversations with people and my day will be stressful, but I really don't do that no more. Where it's like, I tell another woman all the stuff I'm going through, right? And then they're going to want to stop calling me because I'm always dealing with something. They're dealing with something too. So I don't put that on them no more. They're not my therapist. I don't have no vested interest in telling you my business. It is what it is. And you got to deal with life the way it is. Men do it all the time. They don't tell their friends, well, I felt a little lonely today. I felt a little lonely today, and I was feeling really like neglected and abandoned, like talking about all they feelings to their friends every day. Come on, cut it out. Lalu says, I'm sure you're doing greater than yesterday. Yes, I am. Thank you. I hope you are too. Hope your day is a winner. I am not competing, just reading the news. Yes, my day is going to be a winning day because I'm going to make it one. And I hope you make it too. All right. So encourage and support his hobbies instead of picking them apart. All right. So, what you saying, Marilyn? We got one on Facebook. Hold on. I'm so grateful for these notifications, child, because I don't have to watch the board. It's a whole lot right now. Hold on. Let's see if I oh look, I got a shortcut way of pulling it up. I'm getting fancy over here. She getting fancy over here. Let's move on to number 3. Number 3. Let's see. Computer's moving slow today. You take over all the domestic tasks. Listen, I'm so grateful for the show. You take over all the domestic tasks. So what they're saying is, if you want to be the woman of the house, right, and you feel like it's your role to clean up and to do all of that stuff, that's fine. But to say he's not allowed to clean up or he's not allowed to do this and that, you doing too much, sis. You're doing too much, because the guy before you, this is what I want women to know. Before you came along, he cooked for himself. Before you came along, he cleaned for himself. Why would he do that, Ruth? Because he's a whole adult. He is an adult and he can take care of himself. So when you come around, you're just making life easier for him, and that's okay. That's a good thing. I'm gonna stack these joints so nice one day. You'll see. I can't find my stuff. All right. So now, when you come around and you're doing all the cooking, I know a girl who does this too. All the cooking, all the cleaning, all the proving of yourself, you turn into his mama. Keisha says, I'm feeling abandoned. Like, can you imagine a man says, I'm feeling abandoned right now? Yo, we would lose our ish. Okay. I'm feeling abandoned right now. You're like, no. Then we're going to start arguing with him. Wait, let me ask you a question. Has a man ever told you something that you made him feel some type of way, and you're mad at him for feeling some type of way, and he's like, wait, what happened here? I'm the one feeling abandoned, right? Well, you abandoned me, and then you make him feel bad for how he feels. This is what we do. Stop. Please raise your hand, ladies, if you have ever done that. I've done it because somebody told me I did it. I was like, oh, when he's sharing his feelings, it's all about him. Don't be making it about you, sis, because all that's going to do is make him feel guilty, because you know he's going to feel your pain. He automatically feel your pain, and you don't feel his. I told you, man, we have to train ourselves that men are human. We really do, because that's not what we think. We think they are Superman. Hey, he says hello there. Hey, Ty, how are you? So we think men are Supermen, and if they explain their emotions, child, we don't know what to do. We don't know what to do. All right. Let's move on. Find this article. Here we go. All right, I'm getting organized. All right. So, can't criticize his hobbies. You can't take over all the domestic tasks. Both of you, the domestic tasks should be shared. He might feel like a king having his woman clean up his messes and cook his meals, but he'll also be reminded of someone you don't want to become, his mom. His mom. Ty says, just working and watch you re-educating people. Thank you so much, Ty. I appreciate it. Yes, we're trying to get this brainwash out of us, okay? Y'all, men are human. I'm gonna put that on my list. Men are humans. Men, no, because they be saying Superman, right? And I know I might say Superman too, but men are humans, right? You think Superman don't have any emotions? He does. He's only Superman sometimes. He likes to be called Superman, but he wants you to remember that he is Clark Kent. Oh, he on something. He said, with all human emotions. Yes, Ty. So we're talking about the emasculation of men in general. So they got a super hard, because black women we tough. I ain't gonna lie, we a little tough, and we can get at you. I was trying to show you how the sweetest woman could really dig into you. He said, when I was going through the video, what I was going to look for was, he said her name wrong, and she checked them, but she checked them. I know what she did wrong. She checked them in that checking tone. It's Muglet, not muggle. She did that type of masculine tone. So now he was more so like, wow, why? Hold up. And I know guys be like, you ain't my wife to be checking me like this. You are not my wife to be checking me like this. So I ain't got to take this from you, woman. And that's why I'm talking about that basic level of respect. If men are already expected to respect women, don't yell at us. Don't raise your voice. I don't know you like that. Keep it moving. So women had to now add that, what they didn't give us, what they didn't teach us, what they didn't tell us, maybe because there was no dad in the home, where you had to show that level of respect. If you had a dad in the house, you know that you is not talking to pops like that. Are you crazy? Are you out your mind? You doing what now? He could be doing something totally wrong. We ain't got nothing to say to him. Let him do. Let him be how he gonna be. It is what it is, right? Just because you didn't have a man in the house, now you had to play catch up. That's on you to play catch up. It's not to the man that you're with to help you solve all your emotional issues, baggages, and problems. Even though that would be lovely if he does. He's great if he does, but he may not. Every guy's not trying to do that. That's why a lot of guys don't talk to young girls. I'm gonna say it again. A lot of guys don't talk to young girls because they want a woman to already come with certain things, and they would choose an older woman who was wise if that woman knew how to conduct herself, not emasculate him, maybe even boost his ego at times, so that way he feels safe around her. The reason why men don't share their emotions because they don't feel safe around us. We are going to emasculate them. We are going to make fun of them. We're going to take their dirty little secret and put it online. I'm joking. I ain't do that. Right? I don't go too far. Right? But that's what we do. That's how we are. We play dirty a lot. Shame, insult, guilt need to be right. We playing dirty because we're not even talking like that. Why I gotta shame you? Why I gotta call you a name? Oh, you ain't a real man. Oh, don't let me get on this whole April Mason thing. Don't even let me start. All right, I'm gonna write that note down. I got my pen, I got my paper. Let me do that before I go, honey. Dang, it's already time. It's already time. Can someone please tell me why some women feel like emasculating men is an anthem or way of life? It's not fair. It's not. Like, it's sport. That's how they act, right? Like, it's sport. Like, hey, I wish I could have the cheer. Hey, you show him. You gonna check. Oh, when women start saying, you better check him. You better check him. My ears just start like, ooh, ooh, ooh. Checking who? What I got to check? If I got to check you, that means you my son. You are not my man. I have to let you know what I don't like. But I'm not checking you like, let me tell you something. Wait, if I got to let me tell you something, you're probably not going to make the cut. I'm going to tell you right now. You already know. When you're dealing with a grown man, a mature man, you already know he's not going to come at you sideways to the left. This is why a certain kind of woman is ready. She's ready for a relationship. She's ready for marriage, and other women are not ready, but they keep thinking they're ready. You're not ready. If you think that what I'm saying is not important right now, then you're not ready, because men are not going to take your crap. Why? He did that. If he asked you to marry him while you're still in your immature phase, if he asked you to marry him while you're still emasculating him, then whatever he gets in the future, that's on his ass. That's on him. He chose that for himself. Well, you look good, so you ain't got to do nothing else but look good, sweetie. No, that's on you, black man. That's on you, man. If you choose her and she got a mouth, if you choose her and she got an attitude, if you choose her and she's emasculating you, we always gonna have a little attitude now. Come on, be real. We got emotions, okay? Right? But if she's emasculating you, bruh, that's on you. So don't choose women like that. And that's why there's this whole thing. So if you take over domestic tasks, you are his mama, ma'am. I ain't trying to be nobody mama. All right. So you constantly question his compliments. Number 4. This is how you emasculate a man. You constantly question his compliments. All right. He tells you you're beautiful and you respond with a short list of why you think it's BS. Girls like this annoy me. Like, why you just can't be beautiful, sis? He probably wants to feel like he can woo you as much you want to feel you can woo him. Don't shoot down his attempts to be sweet and romantic because of your own insecurities. If you can't accept a compliment, seek help. Like, listen, it shouldn't be a challenge when he try to say something nice to you. You're beautiful. You look amazing today. Oh, today. Young Ruth is something else. Young Ruth is like, well, I got to be cute today. Please tell me you still can hear me. If you can hear me, say yeah. Princess, can you hear me? Mayday, mayday. All right. So I used to be like, today, why I got to be today? Why I can't be cute every day? Because I'm talking to you today, sis. Relax. Like, we take offense. We are easily offended. Oh, Jesus. Hold on. I got you. Oh, wait. What's the easily offended verse, honey? Listen. I had to deal with this. Oh, my gosh. All right. 1 Corinthians 13:5. Love is not easily provoked or offended. It's I'm done. It's unloving to be easily offended. What? Wow. I'm going to say it again. 1 Corinthians 13:5. Love is not easily provoked or offended. So it's unloving to be easily offended. I had to talk to my daughter. Listen, sis. The reason why everything that girls say to you is because y'all not cool like that. When you are not cool with somebody and they say, or somebody was like, oh, like let's say somebody says something, oh girl, your feet are big. If it's your best friend and you love your best friend, girl, stop playing. What? But if it's a girl you don't like, oh, what you mean my feet are big? Oh, what the? That's why your mouth is big, and that's why your head is big. You get offended immediately because y'all not cool. So when you're challenging him, he also sees there's no love in between us right now because you're not even taking what I'm saying with loving ears. Like you're being easily offended. And it's not only is it annoying, right? Not only is it annoying, you don't trust him, you don't love him. It just said it right there. Easily offended means we are not in love. I can't tell you nothing. We are not on that level. See, when guys say, "Oh, I want to," I was trying to see. Sometimes people say stuff that get you stuck. Oh, I don't know. The woman is the one when I could talk to her about anything. Do you know what that means? That means that men cannot talk to us about anything. I'm gonna need you to work a little faster, phone. I'm trying to see if they can hear me. If y'all can hear me, Instagram, can you hear me? Right? If he can't talk to you about anything, meaning good or bad, then you're probably not the girl for him because the girl for him is going to be open to whatever he has to say and going to make adjustments because when you make adjustments, you're saying you're worth it. You are worth making the adjustment for. Trying to see what are y'all talking about today? Like, is my volume good, y'all? She says, yes, ma'am. Thank you. All right, as long as we good. All right. The more sent messages y'all keep sending me, team, the more I'm gonna stop the live to see what you say. Wait, how else can I see it? Well, just leave me a message on here if you really got something to say. I'm not gonna look at the chat no more. All right, y'all know group chats is distracting, y'all. All right, number 5. Oh, okay. I'm not done with number 4. Number 4 is when he's complimenting you, right? When he says you're pretty, When he says you're gorgeous, oh no, I'm not. Oh yo, have you ever tried to give a girlfriend a compliment and she's like, oh no, but my this and that, but my this and that, but my this and that. It's like low self-esteem. Right? That's what you hear. And I get it. You want to be honest, you want to be real. Like, I really don't feel pretty right now. But like that should be the minority of the time. It should not be every time. Yes, you're gonna feel insecure sometimes. Everybody got their own stuff. They'll be like, oh, you don't need to lose nothing. You know, like everybody feels insecure about something. But it should not be automatically, I'm always gonna be like destroying myself when you say I look nice. That's weird. That's not cute. Oh my gosh, do I look bad in these pants? Like, relax. It looks fine. That's good. Like, come on. Be comfortable with yourself. You're going to make it about you in that moment when you really should have said, oh, baby, that was so sweet. If you own your stuff as a woman, right? Number 5, you depend on him as your source of happiness. Oh, wow. He's can't sleep without your man beside you. Don't know what to do with yourself when he goes out of town. No one should ever be your entire world. Wow. You should have your own life, ladies. You don't want to be the boring one in the relationship. You are like, let's say, okay, wait. You ever go out of town, right? Like you don't want, like I used to be like, hey, when my like back in the day when you know family or whoever would go out of town, you'd be like, oh, I miss you, boo, 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 right? But when it was you going out of town, you like, if you don't get off me right now, I gotta go. Don't make me feel bad. I'm about to have some fun. You don't want to do that to them as they go have fun. You want them to enjoy themselves and not think, oh, am I going to have to catch hell when I get back home? Or is this person not like you, the sad puppy? No. He says a good man is probably going to start sacrificing his personal time in order to decide to satisfy your desire to be close. Don't be that girl. Absolutely. I definitely agree. So wow, it's emasculating to be like that clingy, to be like, oh, you gonna have fun without me. Go ahead with your friend. Like, girl, if you don't find something to do, find something to do. Get your interest. Like your relationship should not be 100% of your life. I was listening to Jordan Peterson. He said it's 10%. Child, I don't know if it's 10% for the men. I think it really is 10% for the men. But I think women be making it 50%. 50%. Like they want 50% of your time, 50% of your is it just me? Listen, that's how you feel. But when the real life hit, you like, look, I'm busy too. I got stuff to do too. Number 6, you're really bossy. I love it. Please stop telling men what to do. What the ladies that got sent? Is this a woman? This has to be a woman. Please. Please stop. Her name is Ashley Simpo. Thank you, Ashley. Please stop telling men what to do. Ew. Ew. Nasty. I mean, what's that? That's nasty. Stop telling men what to do. That's not sexy. Oh, well here's my little trick. I don't tell men what to do, but like you can suggest. I don't know where I got this from, but after a while I was like, listen, I'm not telling you what to do. I'm going to suggest some things at some times, and sometimes I'm just going to be quiet and let you do your thing. But you can't tell them this is what it's gonna be. Tonight you going out with me. Like, huh? You don't tell him what to do. Why? Because you want him to want to do it. I don't know y'all gonna understand this concept or not right now with the kids. I don't want you to clean your room. I want you to want to clean your room. Am I clear? Maybe you don't want to clean your room, but you're gonna do it because you know I want it done. Don't come to me talk about you want to go to the store, kids, and you know you ain't clean that room. Don't come to me asking for a birthday party or going to a birthday party and you know you ain't clean your. Don't come to me to get your hair done and you know you ain't clean your room. So I don't got to tell you to clean your room. You already know what's expected. So when a man knows what to expect from you, you have communicated. There's no reason to tell him what to do. If he's mature, he's gonna know in general what women want. And if you got to make things clear, make it clear. But I'm not gonna be like, this is what you. No, that ain't me. I never quite understood how much women like to boss men around until I had a little boy. I watched fighting back laughter as little girls tell him how to sit. Don't do it. How to sit, where to sit, what to play with, how to play with it, what to say, when to eat, what to eat. Their mothers embarrassingly wave their daughters away and tell them, stop being so bossy. Then look over at me with an awkward grin. I don't know where she gets it from. She says, well, I do. Wow. Yo, we got time? Basically, the little girl says, Mommy, I see you tell my daddy what to do all the time. So I'm going to take this in the real world. One thing about daycare, it's no joke. If you really about your business in the daycare world, it's no joke. We set up, I used to have a daycare. We set up a play, like a dramatic play. And dramatic play, you will set up a kitchen. You will set up this whole thing up like they're in a house. They start to play out their roles. You start to give them little things that they wear, little costumes. And now they start acting like the people in their house. This is where you, as a good provider, you start correcting, like, oh no, we don't do that. We don't tell them boys what to do. We don't do this and that and the third. This is what we want to do. You got to start from when they're so young. So now I got to watch my daughters telling my son, do that, do that, do that, do that, do that. I always tell them stop being, and it's always the young one trying to be bossy over everybody. No, okay, it's me. Anybody has anybody dealt with this? Y'all know what I'm talking about? All right, what you talking about? She said, wow, I never heard you curse before, Ruth. Oh yeah, but I'm passionate. I know. All right, so let the man do what he wants, the way he wants to do it. There shouldn't be much conversation about it unless he asks for your opinion. Oh, let him do what he wants. New concept. Should I write this down for affirmations? I let my man do what he wants. Now, how much more powerful? Remember the room concept. Stay with me here. How much more powerful that he chooses you instead of anything else, because you always let him do what he wants, but he is choosing you. How much more effective is that, miss? How much more effective is that than nagging? He actually, if he is allowed to do whatever he want to do, which he is because he's by himself, but he gets with you and he can do whatever he want to do. Meaning, if you want to go cheat, my friend. I won't be back when you get here, but do your thing, my friend. Do it. Have fun, okay? Because I ain't gonna be here. You can't have both, baby. Let him do what he want to do. And if you can trust him and you can bite the bullet, that was good. I love that. Easily offended one. That was good. All right. So yeah, I learned that one. There shouldn't be much conversation unless he asks for your opinion. Now here's one where it's muddy waters, ladies. Muddy waters. You will have muddy waters when you tell that man what to do. When he didn't ask you to, he didn't ask you for your opinion, sis. And sometimes he'll give you his opinion and you didn't ask, but if you notice, a lot of times, I mean, it would be nice if you asked him for his opinion, first of all. It's a lot. I know. If this is what you know, if this is what you were taught, tell me, Ruth, I already know. But if this is new information, tell me it's good. Comment below. Because if you knew it, you would do it. Or you know better, but you don't do better. But now we're here to remind you. My daughter was telling me how these girls, she was at the park and hanging out with her little high school friends. I'm testing all this on everybody. I want to see what you do when I give you a little freedom, right? Are you gonna come straight home? All right, y'all was at the park. Cool. You was waiting for the bus. Cool. Bet. Little girl cussing all crazy, talking about she going to hell and all this other stuff. My daughter decided she was gonna tell her about Jesus. I was like, go ahead, get, right? But after she was done talking, I said, well, how do you feel about it? She said, I feel good, Mom. And I said, well, if you are an example and you are a light to her, And she told everything you told her. She said, actually, I already know to do that. Actually, I am safe. Actually, this and that and the third. That was not a waste of time because she saw an older, pretty girl say what was in her heart and what she believed, and tell her, this is how I feel, this is what I believe. And now she has confirmation, like, you know what I'm doing is cool. What I'm doing is something that's right. What I'm doing is something that's real. It's confirmation when you just let them do their thing. When you let people be and you let them give you the advice when they asking for advice. It's confirmation that, hey, I'm on the right path. I know you better. Does that make sense? All right, I got to skip on. Number 7, you try to fix all his problems. His car doesn't start, so you hand him the keys. That's what a good woman would do, right? No, that's what his mom would do. I was watching what's Family Values or something like that. It's not Family Values. It's like, I forgot the name of it. But it's when I start watching that thing, man, I start listen. You want to see a real, what is it on my family, all right, y'all know this song. Anyway, it's a family show, Black Family, and it was really good. And I was starting to watch, and they tricked me. The kids tricked me, and they was like, "Mom, we want to watch movies with you." They set this show up. It's not Family Value, Family Barbecue, Family something like that, and it's on Netflix. And what had happened was I started watching them over, and I was watching all the episodes. And they left me. I was like, "Wait, y'all took your phone, y'all went into the other room." I was watching nonstop. But one of the he's an ex-football player who went to live with his mom with his kids. They're trying to get their money back together or whatever. They just staying with them. So the car breaks down. They realize they have financial problems. The car breaks down, and his mom takes money out of the retirement to give to him. And he's like, "No, I'm a man. Let me handle this myself." The dad knew what was up. He knew what time it was. But she's like, "Well, it's my job as your mama to make sure that my son is going to get a better life than me." That's what mamas do. As his woman, he don't want you going digging in your pocket and handing him money. He don't want you digging in your pocket, handing him a whole stack of cash and like proving what? That's emasculating him. You're taking away his strength. Let him be strong. If he asks you for the money, that's when he want it. If he doesn't ask you, don't give it to him. That's on that. You aren't his fixer. Okay? He's capable of fixing his own problems, right? You can give suggestions, right? But let him ask first. Let him ask first. You can give suggestions like, "Hey, I think you should do this way, the way," but don't try to fix his problems, right? You might look like a hero now and then, but a man likely doesn't want to be saved until he exhausts all his other problems, all his other options. Number 8, we're almost done. You fake it in bed. We talked about this. This is why it's so emasculating. We talked about this, and I'm not doing a whole episode on this because I just don't want to. What's his name, y'all? He's on I want to say one of his Breakfast Club guy. What's his name? Y'all know the Breakfast Club guy? He's going around doing a book tour with his wife, and she faked it in bed for 20 years. And now they have a book out talking about it. Well, guess what he did when he found out she faked it in bed? Not only did he fake it in bed, it came out in an argument that she was faking in the bed. He thought he was the man and all of that. Mommy duty. Y'all know what it is. All right, we should be good now. Second, I put it on. What's the face? Okay. Oh, yeah. Fake it in bed. Oh, what did he do? What does he? That's why I love the Ruth and Relationship show. Because I learned that you may be doing something and you think you're getting over as a woman with your man, but he gonna get your back. He is gonna get you back, and you better hope it's not gonna be him cheating on you. So you can emasculate him all you want to, This happens a lot more times. Well, it's not his. It's like saying, you keep on hitting him. You're beating him up, right? And you surprised when he smack you one day. Well, you was beating on him. What did you think was going to happen if you constantly beat on a man? He's going to smack you one day. It's not right. You shouldn't have put your hands on him. I didn't say he was right, but don't forget all the times that you put your hands on him, right? You shouldn't put your hands on any human being, right? So now your kids out of it. I ain't talking about that. I'm talking about we grown. Don't put your hands on a man, period. And I've always said that, and I'm gonna stand by that, right? So when you tell a story, you saying he hit me, but you ain't telling the story where you was hitting him. So all this, I'm faking it in bed, I'm emasculating him. He's gonna get you back. I don't know if it's gonna be a girl on the phone. I don't know if he's gonna cheat on you. I don't know if he's going to not fix your car when you need it. I don't know if it's going to be not supporting your business, but he's going to get you back, and it's going to be silent, and it could be deadly, sis. Hopefully not, right? It could be fatal to the relationship. He gonna get you back. So it's no need to fake it. There's no need to fake it because it's lying, right? Number 9, you make him hold your purse. Emasculating a man is hold my purse, right? This is the most annoying thing about asking a man to hold your purse is that you're basically telling them, although you packed the items in your purse and decided to carry it out the house, you're just too overwhelmed with whatever activity you're indulging in to not to actually take responsibility for it anymore. You're also telling him that he's a walking coat rack and you need a man to help you handle your life. Now, if he asks, then maybe take him up if you really need to, but don't shove your purse at a grown man in public and expect him to be thrilled by it. They were going out online and showing all these men holding these women's purses, even though now they got a man purse. I don't know what they complain about. If you want to wear a man purse, you can wear my purse. No, I wouldn't. There has been times, but I'm just like, no, I'm not going to make you hold my purse. I just didn't, like, I don't know. I treat people the way I want to be treated. And if it's something that's going to embarrass you, I'd rather no, it's okay. I'll put it under the stroller. I'll do something else. Ladies, don't have him hold your purse. These are little things that we think is cute. Oh, look at him. He's holding my purse, right? Now he's getting laughed at by the men that, oh, I treat my woman so well that she think it's okay for me to hold her purse, right? She think it's okay. And now at this point, he looks like he's being taken advantage of by other men. If your job as a woman, one of your jobs as a woman is to make him look good in front of his friends, in front of society, you look good. So look good. Make him always try to make him look good. Okay? You look good. Always try to make him look good. Putting the purse on the man, that don't look good. That's all I got to say about that. So absolutely. So now we're gonna talk about this little April Mason thing. I'm not cool with what happened. DJ Envy, thank you, love. I was about to say, hey Keisha, but I didn't know if you was in a meeting or not. Right? So I'm gonna talk about April Mason real quick, and then I'm gonna let y'all go on. All right, so this is what happened. What had happened was, oh yeah, oh we had more too.
Instead of holding that mouth, instead of
Wait,
holding
I need y'all to see this stuff.
You rather bother us. And when I am, instead of holding, along comes a woman that and sitting back in your couch, your recliner.
Okay, wait.
And then I want to ask you a question.
Yeah, can
I push back on you?
All right, watch it. Okay, I found it, y'all. I found it from earlier. Hold on. He said Mr. 1 Timothy 2. Ooh, I can't with him. He always got if you watch the show, there's like a bunch of little gimmicks. It's called Let's Talk. Let's talk. All right, let me set it up. All right. Wait. Can y'all see this? Is this the right screen? Oh, okay, it's a different screen. Hold on, y'all. Ooh, he about to run his mouth in all types of danger. Danger! So wait, let me set this up for y'all real quick. So this guy comes on, Carlton Banks. He got a lot of crazy stuff to say. Some of the stuff he say is kind of racist. Some of the stuff he say is kind of crazy. But a lot of the stuff he say is true. But the women be so in their emotions. One thing I love when they do this in this show right here. Every time the man says a woman's hands is meant to be wrapped around a mop, right? It's so offensive, okay? But every time I hear it, it depends on what place you are in life. If you in your I'm gonna fight every man for everything he said mode, that's fine. If you're just laughing like, oh, he's so ridiculous, I'm not even trying to change his mind. That's what he think. That's what he think. You on your mature woman stuff, but you laugh every time because you understand what he's trying to say. I laugh. I do laugh. It's rude, but I laugh. But you have to see how the girls are responding. It's hilarious. All right. Let me see if I can set all this up. All right.
So can I push back on you a little bit?
Yeah, can I start? Okay, go ahead.
All right, go ahead. No, finish your point, and then I'm going to ask you a question.
Generally, men are peaceful. There's nothing like as a man sitting back in your couch, your recliner, having a beer, watching the game, watching some sci-fi, and along comes a woman that will disrupt it. Oh, he in there having a good time. Let me go in there and bother him. Instead of holding that mop. Instead of holding a plate to wash, you.
Wait, I need y'all. I need y'all. I just need, listen. And the guys are thinking like, he's speaking for us. Let him sound ignorant like this. Look at all the guys' faces. Because why? Look, why? Look at their faces. They all felt this way. Look at the women. What? She's laughing. He's like, what? He's like, huh? What are you talking about? Oh my gosh. I gotta play again.
He in there having a good time. Let me go in there and bother him. Instead of holding that mop. Instead of holding
he know he aggravating when he say that. Instead of holding that mop.
You rather bother him. and what I am
why he's so mad though?
If there is some young lady who's 19, 20, listen to me. Please listen.
She's like, what?
Man, if all you have to do is bring in some sandwiches, some food, and a beer, and I am telling you.
Yeah, she's old enough to be your child.
No.
Now she's trying to pick apart of it. Let me tell you something about this whole sandwiches thing, because I think they had this whole discussion on bring me a sandwich or whatever. I make a really good sandwich, by the way. My mom taught me like put the onions in it and all that stuff. So I do pay attention. I paid attention, mama. So listen, when I was watching the Michelle A movie, she would be like hosting and like bring food to them, and I was like, listen, sometimes you ain't seen nothing like that. Like, like, all right, to my Haitian people, okay, like, have y'all ever had your parents have people in from out of town, from Haiti, from Paris, from wherever they are from, and then next thing you know, oh, we will never have all these different types of cheeses, okay? We have all types of eggs. Do you want boiled eggs? Do you want scrambled eggs? Do you want poached eggs? I'm like, wait a minute. All types of bread, fruits and stuff. I'm like, what is this? Where is it coming from? What? So yes, we do have that level of, that hosting, ability. We've seen it, but at the same time, I was like, this is another level. Like, can y'all do this for y'all kids though? That's a side note. That's a little Asian thing that we have to go through. But other than that, I don't see like, oh, my man's watching TV. Let me bring some sandwiches to him. I mean, if it's what he wanted, he should have asked. I mean, it's a concept. I don't know.
Have some new talking points because these are old already.
All right. I want to ask you a question.
Okay. Look at the nonsense here. He always got something going on. He makes her hair mop and put a bucket. Like, you trying to mess with you today? She's like, whatever. She's a nice girl on there.
It's Emasculate, but I need to ask.
Check it. There we go. Found it. He said his point.
Have some new talking points because these are old already.
All right.
She already checking them. This one's already going to check them. Kayla's already going to check them. All right. So check this out.
I want to ask you a question, though. It's Emasculate, but I need to ask you.
Look at his face.
See, well, let me ask you a question.
What is the problem? I corrected you so that
She know what she did. Wait, I'm done. She's like, she already knows. She's like, I corrected you. This is what we're talking about. It's okay. I felt like she could have corrected him, but I feel like because she was with that monotone that it's Emasculate. All right. He felt that. So sensitive, guys. Why y'all so sensitive?
See, well, let me ask you a question.
All right. I want to ask you a question. It's Emasculate, but I need to ask you a question.
See, well, let me ask you a question.
What is the problem? I corrected you so that you got it correctly.
She know what she doing. She knew what she did. And she knew that he didn't like it. But he spoke up for himself. That's the difference between him and other guys. He said it. Every guy's not going to sit there and say it. I mean, a man that's going to talk about your hands belong around a mop is going to say, hey, I don't like that you had to check me like that. Like, why you got to check me like that? So sensitive, guys. This part I don't understand. You said her name wrong, but she when he got on the show, if you notice, if you rewind what I played, not down, but watch the show from the beginning, he said it like that the first time. But now that she don't like what he said, now she finna correct you.
Can I ask her a question? Because I can't talk. Now, a Japanese woman would never.
Wait, he said, I felt like they gave him instructions. Don't talk to the women. Only talk to the men. Because he said, Lapeef, can I say this?
Have gotten an attitude if I mispronounce her
I didn't get an attitude.
Why did you
I
just
just
say
corrected you.
An attitude.
Emasculate?
Ooh, ooh, ooh. I'm sorry. Wait. Oh, God. Wait. Look at him. Look.
A Japanese woman would never have gotten an attitude.
Look how he moved his hands.
I didn't get an attitude.
Why did you
I
just
just
say
corrected you.
Emasculate? It's Emasculate.
Because of boundary.
Wait, he ain't got no rhythm. He got no rhythm. He can't do it. I got that. He look flicked. Oh, God. It's bad. She didn't do all that, though. But that's what it was perceived as. Because they don't want to be corrected. Okay. What we talk about, I think he coming in defensive because last time they tore his behind up. They tore him up. So now, if they're not coming in here, what I don't like is he was told. You could tell he was told, like, look, you got to talk to the women a certain kind of way. It is what it is. But I wonder if the women didn't even know he was getting on the show. So they're not even like, oh, well, you need to have a certain level of respect for this man. They ain't trying to hear none of that. None of it.
Why did you do that?
To correct you, so you would get it correct.
This is the part I don't like is when they say we shake our neck to correct you. But they make it so extreme. That is not what we do. Right now, her neck slightly moved, okay, in her defense.
And it attitude. My blood pressure.
He said my blood pressure went up. My blood pressure went up. I'm done. He said when you said it, my blood pressure went up. Okay. Listen, I'm still checking on your Facebook. I am. Shout out to the 9 ways that you emasculate your man without even knowing it. That was good. Okay. She said, can you speak for what a Japanese woman, she got prayer hands, would do if he's not even Japanese or Japanese woman? He's just like, I ain't trying to hear it. He said, would a Japanese woman say that? What? Low blows. The difference is his low blows are always words. Like he take his jabs with his points. And with us, they're gonna start calling him Carlton Banks. That's the only thing where it's like, you gotta come with a better point, women. You can't just y'all just hitting below the belt. It's funny. I don't know if she's gonna go there, but let's see. Because last week they went there. She's like, listen, you got your suspenders in a bunch. She was coming for his neck. But it's not.
So you don't know my personality. You can't tell me what
She's
is
actually one of the calmest people on the panel.
Right.
And I think it's given racism because that is a word that people use when they want to say something about a black black woman, they'll say, "Oh, the attitude being
Exactly.
because we see you're obsessed with white women and white people.
You're
They don't
totally
need
biased. You don't like black
See, you
women.
have been so
biased.
Lady Mogulette, what's your
You
question?
did not have an
He read his listen, he read her name. He read her name right this time. Talking about Lady Mogul. Lady Mogul. And now he's like, let me read her name right. Listen, these women's not playing with you, sir. Back it up. I'm done. He said a Japanese woman. He says all these inflammatory things. I don't know why, Keisha. I don't know.
I don't have an attitude in general.
All right. My question to you guys: does she have an attitude? Do you perceive this woman as having an attitude because she checked him? She said, "Oh, prayer hands are in remembrance of your mom. Thank you, love." Yes, I'm gonna do what she taught me, though. I'm gonna do what she taught me. She's a great woman. All right, so do you think she has an attitude?
I'm not an attitude
How about this?
person
I
unless it's really called
misinterpreted.
for.
How about this? I misinterpreted the way you corrected me. My apologies.
Hey, Reno. Hey, how are you? Okay. I gotta play this back for Reno because I want to know. You missed a little bit. We ain't mad at you, but check this out. Tell us if she has an attitude. She checks him for saying his name wrong.
I didn't get an attitude.
Why did you
That's
say
correct.
Go back. Hold up.
me? Please listen. And if all you have to do is bring in some sandwiches, some food,
I hate him for
and
this.
a beer, and I am telling you.
Yeah, she's old enough to be your child.
No.
But that point was irrelevant. This is why what I want you to say. Check him on what he's talking about. Don't say, oh, because she's 19, 20. He's trying to talk to young girls. Say, be like if a man is watching the game or whatever, he's trying to be peaceful. Don't come in and start with him because a lot of us, if we actually be like, oh, this is actually fun to pick with him. You know how we like to annoy him, like poke him or something stupid, right? So what they're just saying is like men are peaceful, but they destroyed that comment another time. But he's like, just bring in some sandwiches. So she's saying, well, why are you talking about 19 and 20-year-olds? Because she's young enough to be your daughter. And I was like, speak to the point. It would be stronger if you speak to the point than if you start talking about attacking stuff. Like one little thing you see, and it's like, that's not even what we're talking about right now.
You have some new talking points because these are old already. You only been on here
All right. I want to ask you a question. It's Mogulette, but I need to ask you a question.
Whoa. Let me ask you a question.
What is the problem? I corrected you so that you got it correctly.
JR, can I ask her a question? Because I can't talk. Now, a Japanese woman would never have gotten an attitude if I mispronounced it.
I didn't get it.
He's so ignorant. I laugh. I'm sorry. Why would I take the time to try to correct him? This guy right here, look at him. He's a clown. We know he's a clown. Look, he is laughing at him like this is great. This is great. You don't have to make it. This is how he thinks. He's an idiot. So fine. But at the same time, he has good points. Sometimes.
Why did you just say
So I'm not getting offended. He's like, a Japanese woman would never. I was just laughing at him. Like,
it's Mogulette?
Look at his face. Look at his face.
It's Mogulette.
Look at his face. And she never did that, though. To be fair, she never did none of that. That is his stereotypes in his head. I'm sorry. Listen. He's wrong for that.
I didn't get an attitude.
Why did you just say Mogulette? It's Mogulette.
Because of boundaries.
Why did you do that? Why did you do that?
She laughing. She trying to keep us. She's so fake. Kay is fake. She laughed and then she tried to pull back. Okay, team women, go back.
But you corrected in a way of an attitude. My blood pressure.
No, I didn't. So
what I like about it is, all right, this is what I do know. Just because I personally, all right, I'm talking for me. Give me a second. Just because I am sweet and kind and caring, it does not mean I don't have an attitude. That's why I said before, I don't like smart men because they pick up on my attitude. It could be me being reserved, quiet. It could be me making a smart comment. So I always have in the back of my mind that, look, sometimes, Ruth, you are going to have an attitude. They may pick up on it. They may not. They may be used to a girl just doing the most, so they never catch you. they never catch you and you're not doing all that. But that doesn't mean that you're not unhappy. And you got to remember, when you really care about somebody, them being unhappy is going to make you uncomfortable. So it does affect him. So in this, back and forth between man and woman, he can sense that she was like, oh, feeling some type of way about it. And yeah, I'm just saying, she's one of those girls where she feel like because she doesn't yell, she'll never have an attitude. But I feel like, yeah, we will check you nicely, intelligently. We can still check. You can still read somebody without cursing. Okay, I've been my whole life. What you talking about?
Know my personality.
I must
You
say,
can't tell me what
She's
his
actually one of the
attitude is.
calmest people on the panel.
And that's why
I
they
think
start.
it's given racism because that is a word that people use when they want to just say something about a black woman. They'll say, "Oh, the attitude."
It is true.
Because we see her obsessed with white women and white people.
This guy might as well have been a white man. Like, he just say all the most stereotypical, kind of stuff. And I was like, that's why she says given racism. Because I mean, her argument is true, but I don't think it's true in this case. Because, in the workplace they will say, he has an attitude. But I know all the black men and they mind is like, but y'all really do be having an attitude. What you talk about? We the ones that gotta deal with it.
Lady Mogulette, what's your
You
question?
did not have an attitude ever.
I don't have an attitude in general.
She didn't have no
I'm not an
attitude.
attitude.
It's slight though.
Unless
It's under there.
really called for.
How about this? I misinterpreted the way you corrected me. My apologies. What is your question?
Thank you. I appreciate that.
Thank you.
Genuinely.
I love how she did that. She said, I genuinely appreciate that. Oh, he said, all right, here you go. He's going to comment over here. He says, no. Are you serious? You can't hear me on the gram? Oh, okay. All right. I'm mad now. All right, it makes sense. So you can't hear me now? Okay. He says, thank you for that. I think it's on unmute now. Says, love the look. Thank you. He says, yeah, I might not catch you because I'm out. I'm Utso. What's Utso? Women with attitudes. What's Utso? Utso? I'm so used to. Yeah. He said, yeah, I might not catch you because I'm so used to women with attitudes. That was what I was saying earlier. No offense. I understand that women have their guard up and stuff. All right. Yeah. So yeah, they have their guard up because he last time that he came in and caused all types of chaos. So that's probably why she checked them. So that's why I said I feel it. I feel the energy. Like, her energy is not the most positive, but it's not. You can't say she really was disrespectful. I think that's what it is. What is the difference between having an attitude or not really liking somebody or being disrespectful? She was not disrespectful by checking them. He's just so used to, I guess his wife saying, whatever you like, whatever you like. I'm like, she just said she corrected you on her name. Now, her tone was a little strong, but it doesn't mean that she was being disrespectful. Can y'all hear me on Instagram? I had it on mute. I get mad when these things happen, but hey.
So no, my question was, now you totally like derailed my thought process. I'm not even gonna hold you, but yeah, no.
I think he wanted to do.
Because I really don't even remember it, honestly.
Chaotic got a point though. My hand's too big to hold them up though. I've been trying to hold.
I gotta ask this honestly because I'm.
Oh wait, that was a cue joke. That was a cue joke. Everybody don't take it personal. It was a cue joke.
He puts her on the mop because she's so friendly and she laughs and she plays along. Ladies, stop taking what guys say so personal. I know. I used to be like that. Everything they said was offensive. Now I just laugh because in my mind, I'm like, how you gonna make me pick up a mop? I want to see you make me. So when you know your power, you're not really worried about all little offensive things that this man is saying because you know you would never give it to him anyway. He can't even get none. He's not even on your level, and you mad about what he's saying. You wouldn't get with a guy like that. So let him think whatever way he want to think. Let him do whatever he want to do. What we talk about? Letting the man do what he want to do. Can you hear me, Alexis? Letting the man do what he want to do. Let him do what he want to do. You don't gotta check him all the time. Or you could say, you could wait till it's your turn. Like, okay, well, my name is Lady Mogalette. You know what I mean? She's like, Mogalette. I ain't mad. I'm just saying. I noticed.
Last week, I guess the perception was being chaotic, bumped heads, or whatever. I'm listening. I'm intentional about listening to broken. I'm intentional about listening to every word that comes out of his mouth. And you could say he a troll, and most likely what you'll end up with is that I don't like what he's saying or how he's saying it. But what I haven't heard yet is anybody specifically attacking me.
Because if you listen to him and just take away himself, he's actually right. There are women.
Hold on. I won't go that far.
No. At certain things, he is right, though. There are women that do stuff that self-sabotage their relationships. They bring chaos to start.
I'm coming, y'all.
Okay, yeah, that reminded me what I wanted to ask. Yeah, so
wait, hold on. You being masculine right now because you was over talking.
I need you
to sit back down and get your femininity.
Okay, sir.
That's more like. Wait. Hold on, Chaotic, because this is an honest question. Because I do think about this when we talk about things in our community. And I do agree, okay, this is a debate show, this is a talk show. We all can talk. Okay, yeah. What is the ultimate objective when someone you're engaging in a conversation with, and they're saying maybe some things we don't like, we don't agree with, and maybe we can prove them factually wrong.
Anyway,
argue or debate the point.
Hold on, y'all. So can you all hear me okay? All right, you says happy thoughtful midweek Jaja. Oh, the top is a little low. Okay. All right. Oh my gosh, y'all be so dramatic. Relax. All right. Midweek. All right, I didn't miss anything. Great. I'm glad y'all can hear me okay. 1 second, y'all. Sorry about that. I had to get the
conversation with, and they're saying maybe some things we talk. What is the ultimate objective when forget that? Okay. Point that down, kind of just overtalk, yell, scream, put them down, do all these other things.
They're talking really. He's talking about how they treat this guy chaotic, but mind you, the behavior, like this, like if you can sit back as a woman and objectively look at the behavior of the women on the panel, right? If you can look at how, like, who are you? Are you the one that's laid back? Are you the one that's like, I'm gonna check a nigga every time he say something? Right? That's Kayla. This one is articulate. This one's always on the men's side. No matter if they said we could choke a woman out to death. I'm joking. I love you, Courtney. No. So, but sometimes she can have an attitude too. I seen her get rough too. What else? This one is very antagonistic. She's like the smiling, like, y'all all can go to hell, like type of girl. So it's all different ways that we as women react. And all these men that they got their own ways too. But their point is they trying to say, we don't like the way y'all act. We don't like the way y'all act. But it's a discussion panel, and you're going to have to stand up for yourself. You're going to have to, it's like work. So you're not 100% going to be like, oh, I'm going to sit and rest in my femininity. It's like, no, at the end of the day, I'm going to say my point. I'm going to say that I'm right. And if I can learn the difference between how women talk and how men talk is men, if you talk, some men are open. So if you talk to them, a majority of them, if you talk to them and you make it plain, they're going to like, you know what? I agree with you. But women, we never agree. I'm not gonna say never. I'm not gonna say never. But a lot of times we don't. But the one who will is that one right there. She's the most agreeable out of everybody. So that's why he was able to put her on the mop and she wasn't easily offended, all that good stuff. All right.
You know, okay, this is a debate show, this is a talk show. We all can talk. What is the ultimate objective when someone you're engaging in a conversation with, and they're saying maybe some things we don't like, we don't agree with, and maybe we can prove them factually wrong or argue or debate points, but instead of doing that, we kind of just overtalk, yell, scream, put them down, do all these other things.
Yeah, shame, insult, guilt need to be right. So that's where if you are noticing how they act when they're wrong, when they're losing, then you'll be like, if you're a smart woman, you're gonna be like, look, I tend to do that sometimes. I tend to talk over. I tend to cut people off. I tend to, and it's not the worst thing. Like who was I talking to yesterday? I was like, sorry to cut you off. I don't remember who I was talking to. Dang, I'll be in so many different scenarios. But sorry to cut you off, but I was in a training. And it was like, at least I'm catching it. At least I'm working on it. I'm getting better. But some people will do it and think, oh, I did nothing wrong. What are you talking about? You know what I mean? Like, learn what your crap is and fix that. He says, what show panel is this? This is Lapeef Let's Talk. On the Lapeef Network is the YouTube channel. Yeah. And I like when you said, no offense, you said you used to women with attitudes, right? So this the fact that you had to say that means that in our community we need to change that. I'm used to women with attitudes, right? No, that's not okay. And you just be like, oh, that's my man. He should be able to handle my attitude. You can't handle me. You can't handle me. That's not cute. You don't want to deal with a man with an attitude. Men can have attitudes, honey. You do not. Oh, you don't want to deal with a man with an attitude. It's horrible. 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 Okay, that's all I have to say is horrible. That's it. But men are very patient because they can deal with this.
Really
I can't.
Play it to the point that he was making. Who did that?
Oh, look. Okay. So what he's trying to say is sometimes this guy's right. He say the craziest thing, hand around the mop, out of control stuff. But he's trying to make a point and illustrate it very distastefully. Right? You can just say, hey, you're being distasteful right now. That's all right. But no, we getting in our feelings, we getting mad and all that. This guy's like, you know what? I took my emotions out of it. I sat back, I watched the whole interaction, and I noticed that we are always attacking people just because we don't like what they say. He's being a grown-up. What's the first thing that come out the woman's mouth?
Point that he was making. Forget that.
I told you. Kay did it. Kay did it. Can you see my screen? My mouse? Okay, here we go. All right. I didn't know you could see that. Okay. This one right here. I'm circling her right here. Who did that? Prove yourself, man. Chicago on your side, sis. Relax. He's always on the women's side. This guy, he gets called a simp. He gets called the beta male. And he's always standing up for the women. But now he's starting to see, like, okay, what y'all gonna do, ladies, is y'all gonna get guys like this who are down for standing up for us, who are down for protecting us and defending us. They're gonna go over to this side, this alpha male side, and not gonna care about our feelings no more. Because we're gonna be proving them right.
Okay, so
go back. Go back. Did you see what she did? She pulled all the way back because she know what. Yo, this girl right here, she is very, very smart. Very smart. Look. She was agreeing with him. Just watch her face.
That he was making. Who did that?
okay.
You see her reaction? You see her reaction?
We all have done it at one point or another.
Okay, go back. Now, Lady Mogulette, I'm gonna correct you if you say my name wrong. Listen to what she said.
He was making. Who did that?
Okay, so we all have done it.
Period. Taking accountability. I love it. We all have done it. What I'm saying is, how are we going to change something we can't recognize? We are not self-aware. We are not self-aware as women. We don't know what is wrong with us, what we do wrong. We're never going to learn what we do wrong if we see ourselves as angels all the time and everybody else as devils. We were not being self-aware. So now when they're saying, hey, this is what you do wrong, and you say, who did that? Prove it to me. Like the like Kay said, when she said, well, who did that? The other woman stepped in, Lady Mogulette says, we all have done this. We all have done that. And that is her taking accountability for everybody. Now, I want to hear some of these women take accountability for themselves. I can't deal with the guy. I don't really care what the guys are doing, right? The guys are not complaining about nothing, about I don't get married and why these women not choosing me. Now, they all know. Men know, just go make your money, bro. You be all right. They know that. And however the man acts, come on, let's not act like it's not double standard and it's not fair. However the man acts, he could be a weirdo, he could be whatever. He know if you want to get married, he could get married. It's the women that's like, I want to be married. I want to partner up. I want to couple up. Well, sweetie, you're going to have to find your match. You're going to have to adjust to the person that you want to be with. You're going to have somebody that's weird like you, or funny like you, or smart like you, or something like you, and you're going to have to get on his program, because it's not going to be the other way around, because you want something from him. He don't want nothing from you. But he's getting all the way out there with all them 10 girls that he's right? But you're giving him something special, which is lifetime ride or die companionship. Maybe not ride or die for some of us. Maybe not ride or die, right? Right? Being that special thing. So you have to give that kind of special look. I'm aware. 1, I'm aware. 2, I got your back. 3, what makes you happy? I'm going to do that. And don't try to be his mama, and don't emasculate him. Is this making sense?
No, I'm talking about right now. What was the thing
Wait, T. Okay.
What happened just now, Chicago? Just now.
No, not just now.
Okay, well then we don't need to talk. Hey.
Well, hold on. I gotta take notes while I'm look. I gotta take notes. I need my sirens, okay? Shots fired, sirens. Okay. She said, well, we don't need. I'm done. Well, who made you the damn referee?
Now.
No, not just now.
Okay, well then we don't need to talk.
Hey, well,
oh, well, we don't need to talk about it then. Dang. Look at that feminine energy.
Right now.
Hey, hold on, okay.
Look at it.
Because if JR want to control the show, he can. If you want to ask me a question, I can answer it.
Whoop.
I don't want to. Sorry, never mind.
Look at that. So, like, okay, so you're telling me she's not popping her neck, but she's shaking her head, but that's not attitude? That's not disrespect. All right, cool. He says, or better yet, when women say, I hate when men have to prove a woman wrong. When women say, I hate when men have to prove a woman wrong. It's called everybody correcting the other person. What you mean? Like nobody can be corrected? Yeah. That it's to us, okay. In our mind, we are losing a war. Let me tell you what my daughter told me. She don't mind. She knows for the culture. She told me that the boys was like, oh, you can't do a backflip on the monkey bar. My day ones, hold on, y'all. Let me make sure the phone don't die real quick. Thank you for your patience. All my day ones or 45s know that Ruth broke her ankle. But she was 7 years old trying to prove to boys that I can do it. Don't tell me I can't do something. It's wired in us to prove ourselves, right? To tell boys we can do it too, right? So the boys will tell her, oh, you can't backflip off of the such and such. And I was like, you did it, didn't you? And I said, I'm like, please don't tell me you did it. Please. Ladies, we don't have to prove ourselves. If their bodies are designed to do some backflips off of whatever motorcycle, well, let them do it. I mean, we don't never have to prove, can your butt get bigger? Can your butt get bigger? Can you grow boobs? They can't do what we do. Why are we trying to prove that we can do what they do? She done did the backflip. Why, girl? Why? She's like, I know, Mom. I know. Like, why is it in us to prove that we can do what they can do? I don't know. But why I tell a story? Because we don't want to be proven wrong. We want to show them that we're just as intellectually capable of winning an argument, even though we're taking these low blows. Yeah.
My bad.
Are you sure? Because I can answer it because I know for a fact.
This is her controlling the conversation.
Now. Hold on, okay. Because if JR want to control the show,
because you're moving the goalpost.
Ask me a question, I can answer it.
I don't want to. Sorry, never mind.
I don't want to. Sorry, never mind.
I bring it up, Kay.
I don't know. My bad.
Are you sure? Because I can.
All the women are laughing like, ooh, she getting him. She is getting him. He's a friendly though. He's a friendly. They mad because he's doing what? He is defending this guy.
Answer it because I know for a fact when he said something y'all didn't like, everybody went at his head. That's too cute.
So
she said, not me. Don't put me in it.
So it's not that I went at his head.
But it's not everybody, sweetheart.
I didn't go at his head. I challenged him.
He said, all of y'all did such and such. And he said, that's not everybody. Y'all being so technical. You know what he's trying to say. A majority of y'all. He says, she said she's all bitter and stuff. Exactly. And listen, as a woman, the word bitter makes me cringe, but it is a very accurate way of describing the situation. I think when you get objective and you get grown, you ain't worried about what words. Oh, I'm offended. He said, it's that equality stuff. Anything you can do, I can do better. But she said, I was never down. I was not throwing this man on the bus. I don't want to hear it. And then the other one was like, I ain't say nothing either. And so he's like, fine, y'all got me. Not all of y'all, but a majority.
It's not a dialogue.
Well, that's always
And I'm not challenging it in a way that.
See, she know what she do. She just said, I'm not challenging you in a bad way. I'm challenging you in a good way. And what do men say? It ain't even about that you screaming at me. It's the fact that you want to challenge me on everything. And that's where I feel like this woman is losing right here. That one right there, she's losing because she will challenge every last thing. And sometimes you have to pick your battle. This is my observation.
That's trying to be disrespectful.
Some of y'all don't agree with me because y'all know y'all do every last thing all these girls do. What do they want? What do men want? They want you to be agreeable, right? Not combative, right? That's what they say they want. They want cooperation. Choose a man that you like most of the things he say. If you don't like most of the things he say, you listen, let me tell you, there's some guys I cannot be around them. I told you I met a guy at the gas station. We argued from about lottery to everything. Like everything I like, he didn't like. I'm going to be a combative woman with him because he was so gung-ho about him being so right. Let me tell you, I had nothing against the lottery, but you can't dispute the fact that they lose their money. Like he was disputing all types of facts. I'm like, you are so your emotions right this moment. Like for that guy, I might be the most horrible woman to him because we're not on the same page. But for the guy that you chose, you're on the same page as him. You chose that guy. You're on the same page as him. And now you're saying, well, I'm going to take it back now. I don't want to agree with nothing you have to say. Because now at the end of the day, you're a man and I'm a woman. And I'm not going to agree with nothing you say. Because if I don't have it my way, then it must be wrong. And that's what we have to change. We're not always right. Wait, if we were always right, why are we not winning all of these arguments that the men are saying? Why are we in our feelings though? I'm not mad. I'm just saying I can look at myself and say, look, girl, you messed up. But everybody can't do that. So yeah, you're going to be mad if you don't like that.
All right. And what's funny is the ladies came to your defense and said, oh, you know what's quiet. That brother literally had been sitting there for like quite some time. Just like, yo, Logic. See you in Houston, bro. Like for real, the brother was sitting there quiet. And what I was waiting on was for the ladies to respond. I get it. Like, I enjoy conversating with people who don't maybe think like me, agree, or they have a different opinion, or whatever. I don't care how you state it. I had to really sit back after last week.
So I wanted to speak on this point that Randall said. It's that equality stuff, okay? There's nothing wrong with equality with women. The problem that we have is anything you can do, I can do better. We have been basking in our awesomeness because we had not been acknowledged, and now we think we're better than men. That's the only problem I have with this. Yes, we're equal, but now we're not better. We are the same. Listen, nobody is bigger than the other. You have power, he has power. Sometimes you have to fall back. It is what it is. If you want one leader, two men are walking together, and you're two men on a boat. One has to be the leader. The other has to be there's a navigator, and then there's the person that rows. One has to relinquish their power of, hey, I can lead this thing. So we weren't going in all different type of directions. We're just deciding to choose one path. That's it.
You got to sit back and see what bro was saying. Think about it, but I'm literally
look at her
watching y'all. The moment he says something y'all don't like, boy, it's.
What's crazy is, like Q said, he says a lot. He makes a lot of points, but it's.
So she even agrees that he's making good points, right? And he was talking about the Black community. He was talking about the problems that we have facing, but he was saying it in the did you? Like he was some type of cracker. like he fresh out of the Republican convention. Carlton Banks in his Carlton Banks kind of way that's offensive to women and Black people. But one thing was really cool. The men were not offended about his little Black people comments. You know what I mean? And they it's just, you gotta be able to hold your own. You can't get so sensitive that you miss the point. I think that's what the men were doing. But women, we was like,
it's almost like the performative, like very inflammatory statements that he makes.
She's not wrong.
It's like you can totally.
So she's saying now is if you say it in a nice way, we will listen to you. But other than that, because you're saying it and sounding like a jerk, we don't want to hear it.
Say what you're saying about women being more domestic without trying to demean Black women and make it seem like, oh, only white women or Asian women conduct themselves in a certain way.
And that's
on
not
this
true.
episode of the Peace Let's Talk.
That's not true. You're gonna get aggressive. You're gonna get attitude in every culture. You know how I know? Because I was watching, and I'm gonna wrap up. I was watching and give me your final words. What do y'all think about the show, and what do you think about the topic? Please. I was watching 90 Day Fiance, and to all y'all Black men that want to go over and get the girl from the Philippines, from Russia, from the Ukraine, baby, y'all keep calling us Western women. The girls over there, they were still on Instagram. They were still talking about your place is not nice enough. You're this and that. You're not doing this. You're not doing that. Where's my ring? I want my ring back, even though I gave it back to you. They were still acting like the way y'all say we act. So when you say stuff like that, well, like just to Keisha's point, you don't even know no Japanese women to be talking about Japanese women don't act like that. You don't. So it's no point of trying to throw that in our face. It's rude, it's disrespectful, but I'm going to refuse to be easily offended now because that's what my Bible verse told me, not to be easily offended. I'm just going to laugh at you. And most of the time, Q is the coolest girl on here because she just laugh at the nonsense. She's not getting hot and bothered and mad about the stuff that they're saying because she know it doesn't affect her life. And that's how you really got to move. Even if you're with somebody like, oh, you really feel like that? Oh, all right. One day I'm leaving you. For real. Like, if you're really that stupid, one day. But right now it's pretty good. I'll stay for now. But one day, your little ideas, you're going to see. Right? Nobody ever had thought like that. I was like, I used to be like, it's going to be, it got to be next week. Not this week. Not this week. It's gonna be next week. You keep it up, okay? Keep blowing up on me. It's okay. It's coming. Don't worry. All right. So they think they're winning. Let them think they're winning until you make your move. You don't got to get mad. No. All right, guys. That's it for today. Thank you so much. Please go back and watch this from the beginning. We were talking about the emasculation of men. This was the things that you do that, and you don't even know it. You don't even know it. So watch the show from the beginning if you can. Get some popcorn, eat some dinner, and enjoy. Thank you so much for watching. I bless your children, your family, your relationship, your dating life, your married life. Okay. And thank you for watching Ruth and Relationships. Ruth and Relationships. Tell me, can you handle it? It's the Ruth and Relationship Show. All right.